If anyone has any tips on forcing yourself to go to sleep, I'd appreciate it. But here we go. We're getting to the grand finals, and we are finally here for this week's Korean StarCraft League, week number 76. And before I get ahead of myself, if you're in the chats, exclamation mark KSL. There is a command actually. I got you covered. Exclamation mark KSL. There is a KSL command where you can contribute to this tournament. There is a Patreon for the KSL for the Korean StarCraft League. So this event is funded by the community for the community. So if you want to help support StarCraft, especially Korean StarCraft, you can do so via Patreon to help boost the prize pool and to maybe make this event more regular. Currently, this event is on a bi-weekly basis, but with enough support, it can turn into a weekly tournament. Until then, we're jumping into our grand finals, and this morning, in the bottom right-hand corner of Pylon, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss representing Virtus Pro. It is Classic. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Blue Protoss player, also from South Korea, representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. And if you're in the chat, you know, sorry, I have to fix up the player names. But if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our best of 5. And first things first, 2-gate opener out of herO. Likewise, we have a 2-gate opener out of Classic. We're loading into Pylon. Pylon has a short rush distance by ground. Aggression is favored on this map, so we do expect our players to be aggressive, to be assertive, to get in each other's faces. Hello. As herO, he moves out with the probe, and he is ready for the proxy pylon. Let's go. The pylon here, right outside of the natural. This screams proxy robo. Are we bold enough to throw it down in the dead center of the map? Let's go. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. As the pylon is done, we're waiting for the cybercore. Cybercore about to complete. And... Huh. I didn't time it correctly. There it is. I was like 3 seconds too soon. But here we go. The proxy robo is upon us. So one base all in out of herO. Behind this, we do have a defensive robo out of Classic. Very good read. I mean, and again, Classic is scattered. He knows that the pylon is missing. And he, with incomplete information, he gambles himself, and he will read this as an all in. So very safe opener here out of Classic. This is going to be designed here to hard counter a proxy robo. And if they move out, and they will come across the proxy, now Classic knows. Now Classic is fully aware of what's happening, does focus on the pylon. Ooh, and herO, can he save this? Okay, we'll save the pylon if they do shade past. Oh, right, before I forget. Okay, we're good. I thought I forgot the predictions, but predictions, they are open. They're about to close, actually. Just make sure you gamba while you can gamba. As we have a Prism on the way for Classic, Prism is on the way for herO. Basically, what's occurring here is that both players have the same tools or the same production capacity, right? We have 2 gates and a robo out of herO. We have 2 gates and a robo out of Classic. The difference is that because herO is being all in, that means that Classic will have the defender's advantage. That means that Classic will be having faster and more aggressive warp-ins here defensively back at home. He can pull the boys if need be. He'll have shield batteries to help defend as well. So Classic, he should be at the advantage, but he actually moves out with a Prism. Ooh, bold move. Bold move out to Classic. herO going for the mineral line. He wants the probes. He gets 1. Ooh, the Prism takes a lot of hits. He gets 2. Yeah, takes on 2, takes on 3. Probes, can he get 4? Barely not. Nice body blocking here at a Classic. He does defend. He does shut this down. The Prism took a lot of hits. herO, he does threaten the mineral line. Doesn't get anything else. Prism warping in more depths. That is going to be another gateway, so a 3rd gateway for herO. He's committing to the all-in at the same time. Prism into the main. You see Classic going for his own kind of damage. He gets 1. Gets 1 probe. herO back into the main. Ooh, this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of control. Getting another 2. Getting another almost 3 probes. He wants more. He does get 3. Shades out. Does make it out of the base. herO, he rotates over. And up say shade back in. The Immortal kind of slowly building up. As we get into this, Classic does have a lower worker count. He is down in economy. herO, yo, we're expanding. Okay, let's go. I mean, again, because we had mirrored builds, herO, he believes that he cannot break his opponents, which is the correct choice, I feel. I don't think that herO could break Classic, so instead he backs off, he expands. But Classic, he likewise is breaking out as well. No anti-air. No anti-air. Prisms, they pass by each other. Adepts, they shade into the main, they force a recall. Stalkers and Sentries, they recall back home. 2 more pros falling. At the same time, Classic, he depowers the Robo. Adepts are cleaned up. Robo's gonna go down. herO dropping into the main. Classic in position. Oh no! Oh my god. He's in position. Shaves off the shields. So quite intense back and forth. Now, on the one hand, as herO gets back into the main base, on the one hand, herO, he does have the faster natural, he does have the higher probe count. herO, as the game progresses, he will have the better economy, and he will snowball out of control. Meanwhile, what does Classic have? Classic has a Robo, still pumping out Immortals, still pumping out units. He does have the larger army. Ooh. So that's the larger army. Check the units tab here, it's going to be 4. 4 Immortals to 3. So Classic is going to be up an Immortal. But as the game progresses, again, it's going to be more and more difficult here for Classic. He's on a timer. He's got to end the game here and now. And he knows it. So either Classic kills herO or dies trying. herO behind us, getting up 2 shield batteries. Is ready. Nice force fields. Oh, locking down the sentries. Nice save here out of Classic. We'll lose 1. Yeah, 1 sentry and 1 adept. 2 go down. herO collapsing in. He's got a Phoenix to help defend as well. Yeah, it does have the Phoenix. With that, the Prism is being targeted. Actually, no, never mind. Still going for the army. Going for both. And GG gets called. Classic gets completely shut down. And herO, he will take game number 1. Whew, GG. GG, well played. Again, there was a lot of pressure on herO just because we had mirrored builds, just because herO was at a disadvantage when it came to the builds themselves. But despite that, with the unit control of herO, he was able to get into the mineral lines, able to cripple the economy, and get away with an expansion. GG. GG, well played. With that, herO takes a lead, and now we are getting ready for game number 2. We'll see who takes, or if he can extend his lead, or if Classic can recover. In game 2, Tokamak. Ooh, okay. One of the larger maps in the map pool. Now, if we were to go for a more economic opener, it would be ideal here. The problem is, though, is that both herO and Classic are willing to cheese. They're willing to proxy, they're willing to go all in. This is different than a herO or Classic versus MaxFax scenario, where they're more prone, they're more willing to go for these more greedier builds, Nexus first, or Gate expand, or Gate Cyber expand as well. They're willing to do that against MaxFax because MaxFax isn't going to cheese you. He isn't going to proxy you. That's just not what he does. Like, MaxFax is a little bit more one note. Here, because both Classic and herO are willing to be more aggressive and willing to be more animalistic, then it's riskier to go for a more economic opener. So we'll see. We'll see how our players do adjust. We'll see if anyone is willing to go for a faster Nexus, or if we just commit to 2 gate openers. Let's go. As we're getting into game number 2 and spawning in the top right hand corner of Tokamak, we have our South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can recover. We'll see if he can force the ace match. Or sorry, if he can tie up the series. I'm getting ahead of myself. It is Classic for Virtus Pro. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the blue Protoss, representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. What's also important, if we do end up on a map like Ultra Love, on a map that does have a ramp coming into natural, then we do expect to see Phoenix Wars, but that is specifically on those kind of maps. So far, no ramp coming into the natural. Classic does go for his scouts, does move out. Yeah, especially after that last game, Classic going for a very early scout across the map. Ooh, hello. Mirrored builds. Wow. We just spoke about how Tokamak is a large map, so we are more tempted to go for more economic builds, and there it is. We have the Gate Expand out of Classic, and we have herO going Gate Cyber. Okay, let's go. Now, again, we speak about this all the time, but if you've been watching PvPs over the past 8 months, these openers have been more trendy. These openers have been more common. Basically, we have the Max Packs opener out of herO, and we have Classic being even greedier, going Gate Expand before the Cybercore. Like, these have been permeating throughout the entire Korean scene over the past 8 months, and they have been more accepting of these more greedy builds. Which means this can lead into Phoenix Wars. Now, Classic, he will have the slightly better economy. herO, he will be slightly behind in that sense, but he does have the faster Cybercore. From here, we can go into a Stargate. Likewise, Classic will go Stargate, and this could be the beginning of Phoenix Wars, but we'll keep an eye on the tech of choice. We could deviate and go for a Twilight Council. There it is, Stargate out of Classic. Likewise, show us a Stargate from herO. That's what we're expecting. As we're still waiting for the gas. Going for the initial scouts. We are setting up. Yeah, he's not going for it. Okay, so he does not go for the Stargate. So we're going to be avoiding Phoenix Wars here, at least. Oh, no, never mind. It's going to be later. Bit of a delayed Stargate. I think we just wanted to make sure that there was no scouts. So the probe did go down. Here comes Hallucination. Here he is aware of the Stargate. And Classic is not. Yeah, Classic, he might be tempted to go for an Adept and sorry, for an Oracle instead. Ooh, the scout is denied. Nice moves here out of herO. Does deny the scout. Classic is in the dark. Does go for the Oracle. And herO can go straight Phoenix. He can go straight Phoenix instead. He can shut down the Oracle. He can punish. And yep, there it is. Phoenix is on the way. I saw earlier in the chat. I don't think we will. In the current PvP meta, like, Phoenix Wars are more common. But remember, Classic doesn't know. Like, Classic, if he was scouting, we would be in Phoenix Wars right now, but he doesn't know what's happening. So he's switching into a Twilight Council. Phoenixes, they're being hidden. herO being cheeky here, hiding those Phoenixes. Let's go. Yeah, and there we go. They are revealed. The Oracle does go down. Massive pickup. Takes down the Oracle. Nice catch. Now does counter-attack behind this here, going into Robo. Now the reason for this, when you go for a Stargate opener in such a way, it's difficult to really catch up in Blink. As Classic here has his Twilight Council done. So here he's going for a more slower style here, going Phoenix into Immortal, most likely into Adepts as a follow-up. Like here, he's very fond of following this up with Immortal into Glaive Adepts. If we were seeing a more standard game, then herO would go Immortal into Charge. So we'll see which one he goes for. There's that Twilight Council. And we'll keep it on herO. Meanwhile, Classic, he doubles down after losing the Oracle. What do we have to work with? We have 3 gates. 3 gates back at home and 1 proxy across the map. 4-gate Blink. 4-gate Blink Stalker out of Classic. He breaks out. He's pushing. He's committing. Anyway, here he does get a couple of probe kills. He does get a scout. He does see the gateway count. He's aware. He's somewhat aware what's happening. But again, he has incomplete information. Behind this, the Stalkers have arrived. I'm loving the Hallucination. Hallucinate Immortal. Here he's hit a tank. Meanwhile, there it is. Charge. As we mentioned, either all in with Glaives or more of a standard follow-up with Charge. Is going for Charge. As that is a good way to just skip tech and to support your Immortals. Again, you're spending your gas on your Immortals, so you need to spend your minerals on Zealots. They do complement each other. More soldiers are building up. Classic going for the... Let's go! Classic, he deviates away from the 2-base all-in, and instead he goes for the gold. Okay, he goes for the hybrid base. Yo, we're popping off. He's crazy, man. He's crazy. And right now he's doing a great job at containing, right? He's just containing herO. herO is getting ready for the all-in. He sees that there is no expansion. Ooh, up to 3 Immortals. Building up to 3. On 2 bases, going into the bay, going into Disruptors. Very fast tech here out of herO. And it almost looks like he's being forced into himself going for an all-in. Like his third is going to be so delayed. There's that recall. Minerals are prioritized. Charge almost done for Classic. Classic is running away with this. Again, that goal base is huge. And herO, now he scouts. And now he realizes full saturation at the hybrid base. Ay, ay, ay. And here we got to make a choice. What's it going to be? Gateways. Yeah, let's go. It's what else can he do? It's too late, right? It's too late to try to catch up economically, so he throws down 2 more gateways. He's going to double down. Here we go. Does push. His goal here to break the gold. That's a lot of zealots, though. Yeah, it's a lot of charge lots. Exactly what Classic needs. The Archon putting in a lot of work. And the Prism is here to juggle. Nice control here. Nice positioning here out of herO. Takes out all the zealots, and now he's getting on top of the stalkers. Again, the zealots, they were meant to be the meat shield here for the army, but they're gone. And can he deny the warp in? Oh, not quite. Barely not. But zealots are still cleaned up. herO still takes the fight. And he can just keep pushing. He can't keep going. Takes down the gateway, warps another round of reinforcements. Commits and across the map. Colossus on the way, not Disruptor. Let's go. And Classic, he knows he's gonna save this. He cannot save this. He has to evacuate. He gets the hell out of here. Now he's stuck on 2 bases with excess probes. Here's trying to keep up with his stalkers. That's why I did turn back around. A Classic, he will bypass the army. But again, now there's a Colossus. But there's a curious, Colossus are actually quite good in PvP. Once you get into this form of tech, they are weaker against Disruptors. So typically players just skip Colossus, they go straight into Disruptor. But there are rare instances where you can try to rush into tech and rush into Colossus instead. They're almost like an alternate way to deal with Zealots, right? Archons are good, Colossus are like an alternate Archon, alternate form of splash damage. Ooh, Prism goes down. Massive pickup. herO, he was not paying attention. Yeah, herO was distracted. But the Colossus does move in. Boys are being pulled. And the lasers, they pop off. Likewise, the Colossus breaks through the force fields. Breaks through the defense. And herO, he's done it. He has broken the natural. GG gets called. And herO takes game number 2. Ooh, GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. A very intense game here. Again, we saw both players go for their own economic builds. We saw Classic go gate, expand into Cybercore, into Stargate, but he failed to scout what herO was doing. And remember, herO, he actually delayed his Stargate. He delayed and he waited for the probe to die. When the probe was killed, then he went for the Stargate, and then he ensured that there was never a scout into the main. He was able to build up and sneak out those Phoenixes, and then catch Classic with his pants down. So it was a better start for herO. From there, though, then he was contained. If you remember, Classic, he kind of like faked an all-in. He faked an all-in, then he expanded behind it. Unfortunately, herO realized what was happening, and he went for an all-in himself. He was like, hey, you're going to fake an all-in? I'll go for a real all-in instead. A very real all-in. Pushed out on 2 bases, broke everything. GG. And now we're getting into game number 3. And we'll see how this story ends. I'm hoping that we get more. I'm hoping that we get to game 4 and a game 5. But again, the pressure is on Classic. The pressure is on. herO, mind gaming the mind game. Exactly. I mean, there was a lot happening there. There's a lot going on in that game. Which is what I always appreciate. But now we're getting into game 3. Game 3 is going to be on Maganatha, the largest map in the map pool. Because it's so large, I will say it is less defendable than Tokamak. So last game we saw both players go for earlier Nexus. This game, I don't know if we'll really see that. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on our players. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Maganatha, we have our South Korean Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss representing Virtus Pro, down in the series, down heavily. We'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can make a series out of this. It is Classic. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss representing Twisted Minds, leading the series 2-0, 1 game away from becoming our champion. It is herO. I didn't even get to talk about the stats. Fun fact, by the way, if you are unaware, herO, he has won 100% of the KSLs in 2025. That he's played it, I should have. Every time, and herO, he has played in every single one except for 2. I think there's been 2 KSLs that he did not partake in because he was traveling. I think there was the week where he traveled to DreamHack Dallas. I think that week he didn't play. There was another week as well. But there were 2 weeks. There were 2 weeks where he didn't participate, but every other week he was playing in, and every other week he won. Like he's the undefeated in KSLs. Aye. There's a reason why we were dubbing herO as the best pro, also the best player in Korea, especially coming into GSL Season 1. Of course, again, no spoilers about Season 2. Like, wait. Covering that in a couple of days. Oh, and we're going for the proxy. Okay, so we have a gate expand into Cybercore here. So we have an economic opener out of Classic once again. This time herO 2 gate opener into a proxy into, I mean, this looks like a proxy Stargate. It could be a robo. It's close enough by air where you can get away with a Stargate here. But, oh, there it is, Stargate. So economic opener, I say economic. It's going to be an aggressive opener out of herO, not an all-in. Not an all-in. He will be expanding behind this. And the purpose, the goal here is to get economic damage and to get ahead that way. Like Classic, he will be up a base, he'll be up in workers. It's going to be up to herO to try to make up for that. He could also void all in. That's no shot. Unfortunately, it's not 2021 anymore. Unfortunately. feels bad, man. Feels bad. No, it feels good actually. That was a dark time. That was a dark time in the meta. Meanwhile, here comes the Oracle. Meanwhile, Classic does scout, does confirm. So again, the proxy Stargate is just to get ahead economically, just to get into the mineral line. Classic, he will pull back, he will pull away. And he's fully aware. So with this, he should be getting in position. And oh, he opened up Stargate himself. Wow, and he can hard counter this. herO, he did scout this. He's aware of the Stargates. And Classic will have the advantage. Like, this Oracle should get 0 damage. herO knows it. He's going to try to rotate into the natural instead. Good call. Heading into the natural. Does pull away. And again, this like conservative movement from herO makes sense just because he knows he got scouted, he knows about the Stargate, he knows that there should be a Phoenix. Behind this, going for the robo. Remember, we saw this last game. Like, typically when you open up Stargate and when you try to get into a longer macro game, a robo follow-up is very common to go into Immortals. And then just like last game, to go into either Charge or Glaives. To skip Link. Oh, that is going to be an earlier Twilight Council. Never mind. This could be Blink. I mean, against Phoenixes, I feel like you have to. Yeah. True. So earlier Twilight Council out of herO. Oracle into the main. Does go for the stasis. Classic. Racing back home. Does focus on both stasis traps. Very nice. Does focus them down. Phoenixes are racing back home. The Oracle does 0 damage. I mean, I guess it delays mining time for a couple of seconds. Meanwhile, we assumed it was going to be Charge or Glaives. It is going to be Glaives. Because it was so early, I thought he was going to be like not making any Immortals, but he did make Immortals, so it has to be one or the other. This time Glaives. This should be for an all-in. As we were alluding to last game, Charge is to typically build up into a longer game because then you can tech up into Archons, into, I suppose, Colossus, because that's where we headed, into a third. Here, Glaive and Eps don't really scale anywhere near as well as Charge lots. They just don't scale as well and scale as much. So they have a little bit more of an expiration date or like a lifespan in PvP. Limited anti-air, I suppose. Cheeky moves. Meanwhile, Oracle into the main. Oh, hero's being torn apart. Again, it was just a really rough opener with the failed proxy Stargate, and herO even though he's going for a 2-base all-in, it's going to be that much weaker. It's going to be it's going to be delayed all-in. Has less resources, less probes. Maybe thinking, I mean, hey, if you're going all-in, probes, they matter. The answer is yes, they matter even more. Like, they matter even more because you have so much less of them, right? It's like, it's... Typically, these all-ins are a little more precise when it comes to what you can get away with on a 2-base saturation, and there is no 2-base saturation. Classic going for his own glaives. Let's go. This means he can counterattack. This means that after the defense, assuming he shuts it down, he can then counterattack and send it across the map. Here come the adepts. And I mean, hey, we're going to be able to overwhelm that first immortal. Yeah, nice force fields. The first immortal is going to go down. A nice pick off here by herO. Adepts a shade into the main. Oh, brutal lift though. Yeah, herO does cancel. Does cancel the shade, and he's running out of adepts. He has to break through this. Again, the immortals, they lifted time and time again. They just cannot add their DPS. But it still might just barely be enough. We got the Solots. The Solots do warp in. Phoenixes are going for the Warp Prism. There's only 2 Stalkers. And herO, he's barely breaking through. Takes down the Stalkers. Prism survives. Wait, what? Prism should go... There we go. Prism should go down. There's no saving it. And herO, he does initially take the fight. But reinforcements are so late. They're so delayed. You can see they're warping in back at home. Here he's racing across the map. And what's important is that these Phoenixes, they did a great job at lifting the Immortals, but they didn't kill them, right? The Immortals, they survived. They survived, they persisted. They killed the third. Waiting for reinforcements. Prism has been rebuilt. This time warping in Stalkers. This time there is anti-air to protect the Warp Prism. And even though herO's all-in was delayed, it's still working. Like, he's still pulling it off. Impressive. herO, he has a massive army. Stalkers, they get across the map. Nice lift here on the first Immortal. But this time herO, he can focus on that Phoenix. He can, and he will. Shield does put in a lot of work. Okay, not bad. Putting in a lot of work, but the first Immortal does fall. Gets one. Nice juggling. Ooh, but alas, yeah, he's running out of steam. Those Shield are put in so much work, keeping everything alive. Prism goes down. Classic's holding. Classic is holding. He's looking to chase down those Immortals. Gets one. There's one Immortal left. And it's going to be focused down. We'll get both. Takes down both Immortals. Now, what's weird here is that we have 2-base versus 2-base. like no one has a worker advantage, no one has a base advantage. But what advantage do we have? +1. +1, soon to be +2. +2 is halfway done. Massive upgrade lead here for Classic. Like, being up 1-0, not the biggest of deals. Being up 2-0 is insane. But how do you make up for that? The Bay. Going for the Bay, going for, I would imagine, Colossus or Disruptors. Both are viable. Both are an option. herO, he backs off, he expands. And to make up for his lack of upgrades, he has to make up for it with tech, with the Bay. Phoenix's Dust Scouts. Once again, no anti-air. These Phoenixes, they've done so... It's only been 2, right? Yeah, no one of them have gone down. Oh yeah, only 2. Only 2 Phoenixes, but they've done so much for Classic. Sniping the Oracle, getting probe kills, lifting the Immortals, taking down the Warp Prisms. And likewise, they can even do more here when it comes to the Disruptors. Disruptors are amassing. Double that towards the natural. Classic moving in. Now the goal here should just be distraction, right? Distract the main army and then bam, go in with 2 adepts. 2 adepts, say one-shot probes. Here comes that Prism though. Here comes the Disruptor. It doesn't quite commit. Yeah, not quite. Adept's taking it to the mid-line. Probe's going to be going down. Adept's going to commit to shade. They're going for the sentries. Never goes up. Decent connection. Decent connection of the army. Does shade in. Does he have enough, though? Get that one Immortal's lifted. Nah, he doesn't have enough. Doesn't have enough. Classic, he's breaking through. Takes out the Immortal. Takes out the Disruptor. Takes out everything. Again, a massive upgrade lead. +2, just too much to surpass, even with Disruptors. Oh my god. These are good Novas, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough. As here, a GG gets called. Classic, he fights back. We have a series. We have a back and forth. Whew, let's go. GG, well played. Classic, again, he was able to scout the initial proxy Stargate, completely shut it down, and herO was on the back foot the entire game. He was behind in workers, behind in economy. I was very impressed by his all-in. If you recall, where he broke the third, but he wasn't able to break the natural, and he overextended. He overextended pushing into the natural base. He wasn't able to break through. He did lose too much in the process and fell too far behind. Again, he was all-in. He was further behind in upgrades. Again, there was a 2-0 disparity there in terms of upgrades, which is crazy. And GG. GG, well played with that. We're getting into game number 4, and we'll see if we can force the ace match. Let's go. Can we go all the way to game 5? Now, the past 2 games, we have seen economic openers. Remember, game number 2 and game number 3, both games on Tokamak and on Maganatha, we had Classic going for economic openers. He went for a gate expand into Cybercore. We expect that on these larger maps. I don't expect to see that here on some of these smaller maps. Ley lines is more middle of the road, so I guess it is possible, it is viable, but I don't know if we want to take that risk. We'll see. I'm curious to see if Classic once again goes for another economic start. We'll see if herO does the same. Oh boy. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ley Lines, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss representing Virtus Pro. It is Classic. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Blue Protoss player, the Blue Protoss himself, representing Twisted Minds, leading the series 2-1. It is herO. And 1 game away from claiming the series and becoming our champion. Again, herO, he has never not won a KSL that he's played in. Is this the first time it happens? This year, I should say, 2025. We'll see if Classic is going to be the first to put a blemish here on herO's record. Can he pull it up? As the Probe Scout does move in. Likewise, 2-gate opener out of Classic. And 2-gate opener out. Oh, sorry, my apologies. Okay, let's go. So 2-gate opener out of Classic, standard opener. Meanwhile, herO, he goes gate, cyber, expand. So max opener out of herO. herO is going to be more greedy. Which again, if you remember, we already saw this out of herO on Tokamak, so we're seeing it again out of herO. And Classic, it's his turn to respond with an all-in. Okay, the turns have tabled. This time herO is being economic, he's being greedy, and Classic will be the aggressor. Now, last game that we saw this happen was last game on Maganatha, where herO, he only went proxy Stargate, so he did not go for an all-in, he just went for a way to be aggressive early on to get early game damage, which failed. Here, based on this positioning, we expect a robo. We expect a robo out of Classic. There it is, robo's on the way. herO opens up Stargate. Now, can he do his best Max Pax impression? From here, we expect Void Rays, right? It's like at least that's how Max Pax would respond. As here, he scouts, he checks, there is no pylon, there is no initial second pylon here, and he scouts. Wow, he finds this immediately. Zella moves out, does confirm, going for the pylon itself. No shot. Stalker's on the way. Sorry, Adepts are on the way. Can he save the pylon? It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. Adepts are on the way. The pylon is out of shields. Now whole damage being dealt. Here behind this should be going to Void Ray production. Going for the Oracle. That's greedy. The pylon is getting low. And can he save it? Oh, can he save it? Oh, Oh, one more swipe. Oh my god, he cannot. The pylon goes down. And that will delay. Yeah, massive delay here on that robo. Here he does scout. He does confirm the second pylon. Stalkers move in. And if this robo doesn't get up and running, that's going to be game. It's going to be over here and now. The Oracle's on the way. Here he will target down the Adepts. One Adept falls. Here are going to be forced back. Ooh, bleeds out a Stalker. Okay. Classic has still got this going. Here comes a Void Ray. So Oracle into Void Ray. Oracle across the map. Void Ray back at home. And again, this is how Max X would respond to this. Oracle making its way to the main. And there is some anti-air. Ooh, the Oracle does waste energy here on this sentry. Adept does shade into the main base, but is going to be focused down. Oracle backs off. Here comes the all-in. Here comes the all-in. And there's a shield battery in the main and a shield battery at the natural. Here he's secure. Here is ready. The Oracle has been lackluster, and now it's going to be easier here for Classy to defend. Here out of position. Rotating back over. Does rotate over. Alright guys, we'll bring in more Stalkers. Does rotate. Here, I don't think he can kill the pylon here. I could be mistaken. The pylon does take a lot of damage, don't get me wrong. But the Oracle, it's gonna be close. No, wait, can he kill it? He can. Yeah, okay, never mind. Does take down does depower the robo. Meanwhile, the Void Ray, ooh, is gonna be 2 shots. Pylon goes down. And that will supply the Classic. Classic making 2 more pylons. 2 more pylons on the way. Void Rays are being overwhelmed, and Classic, he is doing it. He's breaking through. Yeah, here is running out of Stalkers, fighting out of range of the shield batteries. Again, he's got 2 shield batteries here, and he's not using them. Yeah, he doesn't use them, and now out of Void Rays. Yeah, rough defense, force fields, they lock him down. Barely does slip away. Now he's taking range. Now he has those shield batteries. Now here he's holding on. He wants a Prism. Ooh, doesn't deny the warp in. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, barely not. Hero trying to make a stand. It's still so close. There's the energy overcharge. Okay, never mind. The power of the shield battery. Oh my god. Clutch energy overcharge. And Hero, he's holding. Remember, there's no Prism, there's no Robo, there's no reinforcing Warp Prism either, as it's depowered. And Hero holds. Jesus. Again, very clutch shield batteries, very clutch energy overcharge as well. And now Hero, he's building up his Void Races on 2 bases. And Classic is running out of steam. He's running out of steam. He's running out of momentum. He's trying to rebuild or repower that Robo. But this is so late. It's allowing Hero to build up. Now, this is risky. Hero doesn't have to do this. He does not have to push out like this. But he does. Void Ray is going to be targeted. Here he will take the fight. Yeah, he will take the fight. It was risky, but he will overwhelm these Stalkers. And with that Hero, he will take it. As he will clean up. Oh, actually, never mind. Hero getting caught out. Oh my god. Yeah, escaping with 2 Stalkers. Behind this has to back off. Again, Hero, he doesn't have to fight out here. Like, Hero, he's like, defending is all he needs to do. Like, he can just chill. Calm down, Hero, calm down. Just back off and fight with your shield batteries. Void Ray's on the way. Robo's repowered. Classic, he commits to the all-in. He's still going. It's still ongoing. Void Ray does spot this. Classic rotates the low ground. Hero, he's ready. I feel like at this one, Hero could afford a 3rd shield battery. Just saying, like, I feel like that we could see that here. It's risky that he's not going for it. Oh, Classic does commit. Nice hallucination. Phoenix going for the lift. There's the energy overcharge as well. Yeah, and the Void Ray does take a lot of shots. Going for the Prism. Prism goes down. And with that, he's done it. With that, herO, he holds GG, gets called. He shuts down the all-in. And herO, he will claim the series at 3-1, becoming this week's Korean StarCraft League champion. GG. And with that, herO, he keeps his perfect record. Again, herO, he's not lost a single Korean StarCraft League. It is insane, the win streak that he's been on. Again, there are 2 KSLs that he didn't win because he didn't sign up. He did not sign up for them. Those are the only ones that have gone to other players. He was gracious enough to allow other players to take some tournaments. But GG. GG well played. herO, he will claim it. Shout out to Classic. Shout out to Classic because he did make for a very entertaining matchup, very entertaining back and forth. It always is between Classic and herO. They are 2 of the best Pro Toss players in South Korea, of course. They are top 2. And they often do trade back and forth. Again, we have seen Classic defeat herO. I was mentioning the Season 1 GSL qualifiers this year. Classic beat him there. I want to say that he beat herO in like a Wardy TV Monday as well. Throughout the year. But regardless, GG. herO, he will claim the win. He will claim the title. He is still the KSL champion. Congratulations. Congratulations here to herO. And a shout out to Classic. Likewise, a shout out to all those competitors here tonight. Shout out to Beyond, to Percival. I will say a little bit of a smaller bracket here today. Smaller than we used to, but I'm totally okay with that because it means that I get to try to sleep as much as we can. Oh boy, when is our next broadcast here? As we just go over the bracket again, shout out to SOS, shout out to Beyond, Percival, Rebellion, Inexorable, nice as well, nice for competing. And when it comes to today's schedule, you can see it here. Our next tournament is going to be at 7 p.m. KST. That's going to be 8 p.m. AEST. That is going to be in 4.5 hours. It's going to be in 4.5 hours. We're going to be live with the Ducklings Open. I say we. I'm going to be adminning the event, and herO is going to be casting the event here on the CranKy Ducklings. Ducklings Open, that is a bronze to diamond tournament, so it's more for amateur players. Again, a way to incentivize players to compete, to improve, to compete, and to look to have that competitive drive kind of fostered within them. When it comes to the history of the CranKy Ducklings, we used to cast certain pro players back when they were diamond. Players like Mixu, players like GG Machine, players like Baby Marine. Many years ago, I do recall they used to play in our tournaments back before they hit GM, before they got into the pro scene, the pro level. herO as well, Starduck, Ruichi. Not like every, pro player out there once played in our tournaments, but a good amount of them. It's always fun to see where they end up after a couple of years, right? Where they end up and how they thrive, and to see them grow into what they become now. GG well played. So again, it all begins here. It all begins on some of these lower level tournaments. So again, bronze to diamond tournament here for Ducklings Open. Likewise, we have Cheesedelphia in the evening. So the goal here for me is to sleep as much as I can, and then admin Ducklings Open, and then sleep as much as I can, and then bam, Cheesedelphia. Cheesedelphia is going to be tonight at midnight KST or 1 a.m. AEST. It's going to be a full day event, and then it leads into Sparkling Tuna Cup. Oh boy. So we'll see how much sleep we get. That's oh boy. Now what I will say is that thankfully I believe Dave is going to be at the event. Dave Testa, I believe he's going to be he's going to be the mainstream covering the event. He's going to be at the venue of Cheesedelphia. So thankfully, because of that, there's going to be a little bit less pressure on us. Last 2 Cheesedelphias, we were the only stream. We were like a remote cast for the event. So it was definitely a lot of pressure on us to like stay energetic and stay energized and stay, just aware and put on as best of a show as we can. Because this time we're going to be more of a side stream, like we can take it a little bit easier, we can we can go to bed. Of course we'll be there for the entire event, of course, but there's gonna be a little bit less pressure, thankfully, and it means that if we are a little bit groggy, it won't be the worst thing. Ideally though, we're upbeat, and ideally we get some sleep. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Again, we have some more StarCraft on the horizon. As always, two events a day, every single day. Next week, as I mentioned, is going to be a little bit different, though. Next week, the RSL, the Revival StarCraft League, will begin, and I'm still on the fence if we want to co-stream it. Revival StarCraft League is going to be throughout the entire week. I think it's 4 groups, so 4 days of RSL, and they are open to co-streaming. But as I mentioned, I feel weird co-streaming RSL. I don't feel weird co-streaming EWC or DreamHack Dallas. Like it feels a little bit different. I guess maybe because because RSL is a community event, right? It's an event by the community, for the community, so it feels a little bit weird to co-stream it. So we might just have some days off, or so at least some afternoons off, which sounds really good. so this means that next week might be a little bit lighter. It might be a little bit lighter for content, which means like maybe like 2 less casts or something like that. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Thank you, random. Thank you. Oh, right. Also, I have to pay out the predictions, of course. We'll pay them out. And with that, we'll see you guys later on tonight for Duckling Open, or deep late into the night for Cheeseadelphia. One or the other. Again, if you enjoy the content, if you want to watch our VODs, you can do so via YouTube. !socials in the chat. We'll give you a link to our Discord, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Mastodon, and Blue Sky. Again, we are all things CranKy Ducklings. We have a TikTok as well, where we also stream. We have a Kick channel. We have, again, all things CranKy Ducklings all over the place. So again, if you see something that you can't watch live, then YouTube is the place to be. YouTube is the place to be. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow, or tonight, or we'll see you when we see you. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend as well. I do highly recommend you tune into Cheeseadelphia. That is going to be a big offline tournament happening in America, happening in the Americas. So do support it. Do check it out. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego. See you next time.